Kalvo on a vision. Yabui on the frame. 2 minds, 1 mission. Elevating the game. From the lens to the cut, yeah, we callin' the play. Direct in the flow like we moving ballet. Kalvo bring the story, every scene got soul. Yabui painting light, every shot got gold. Behind the glass or behind the mic, we break it all down, every wrong, every right. This the spot where the real ones speak, where film meets truth every day of the week. We the shot, call us no cap, just facts. From the first frame roll to the final act. If you living for the art, then you already know. Tune in with the squad, let the creativity flow. From the lens to the cut, yeah, we callin' the play. Direct in the flow like we moving ballet. Kalvo bring the story, every scene got soul. Yabui painting light, every shot got gold. Behind the glass or behind the mic, we break it all down, every wrong, every right. This the spot where the real ones speak, where film meets truth every day of the week. We the shot, call us no cap, just facts. From the first frame roll to the final act. If you living for the art, then you already know. Tune in with the squad, let the creativity flow. On the frame. Yeah, 2 minds, 1 mission, elevating the plane. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello, we are live right now at the Shot Callers podcast. Thank you for tuning in with us. We are back for another episode, another week of us just sitting here calling the shots with each other. I am your host, Kalvo G, along with my co-host.
Yo, what's up? It's your buoy.
Your boy, they waiting on who next.
Hey, this is our first episode. We decided, this episode tonight, we are gonna have like a honest conversation with you all, just about some real stuff in the industry. And I just realized this is the first. Put yourself back on camera real quick, your boy. This is our first podcast where we don't have no hats on. We decided to. I'm showcasing bald is beautiful. And your boo is just, letting the hair catch a little breeze in here. But no, I just noticed that when we were talking. But no, thank you all again for joining in and tuning in with us. And if you're listening to us on the go through Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We always appreciate you as well. Man, the weeks just keep going by and by. This is episode 14. That is wild. But we're just blessed to be here to just, talk about some real stuff with you all. Your boy, how's everything been with you? It's been a week since we last been together.
Doing great, bro. I appreciate you saving my life last Friday at the 69 Boys
Oh
concert.
yeah, yeah.
I appreciate you, bro.
Oh man, no
I
problem.
was about to pass out. I think dehydration and just not eating and just working.
Hey, Yabui is a hard. I thought I was a hard worker. Yabui goes nonstop, you all, and hey, you got to check in on your friends. If you are out with someone, or if you're just out and you notice someone that doesn't look like themselves or 100%, be sure to check in on us. We are only as stronger, and we having some mic problem. We are only as strong as the people around us, and so I'm just glad I was able to just be in attendance, Shibu, and be there to kind of help you out. We look out for each other all the time. So yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it, bro.
Oh, hold on. My phone is going off. Like I'm surprised yours isn't. It's a Amber Alert.
Oh,
I know, terrible. Bless them.
I blocked the Amber Alerts.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
But no, so tonight's episode for you all tuning in. And also, if you are listening to us live in the chat, whether it's on Facebook Live or on YouTube, be sure to drop some comments in the chat. And if you feel moved,
There you go. There's my Amber Alert now.
our alerts are going off on the phone. But if you feel moved to join in live with us on today's conversation, click the link in the comment section and come on in and talk to us. We love to talk to you all. But tonight, you all's topic that we're going to be talking about is passion versus the paycheck. As creatives here, we spend a lot of our time trying to fulfill our passion, right? But chasing your passion is not free. And so a lot of times we have to take on extra work outside of like the work that we do to fulfill our passion in our regular lives to be able to really fun and just survive in this world. And so it's hard sometimes. And a lot of times when you do that, you work in overdrive to create, to be able to like thrive in the things that you want to do. And sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's bad. And sometimes you find yourself taking on, I know personally myself, I've been in situations where I've taken on more work than what I should have taken on. And it has led to me, I wouldn't say being overwhelmed, but it has really led to me being burnt out. Especially like a lot of times, I'm a go getter. And it's hard for me a lot of times to say no to things. How about you, Yabui?
Oh man, my wife wants me to say no all the time, but I always try to. I don't know. I always try to be logical about it, and then like, oh, I just need to hit it while the iron's hot. But sometimes you just have to say no.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I know we are both like two peas in the pie when it comes to that, and a lot of times you want to just. I don't even know if it's a fact of wanting to stay consistent with work or like actually working to just get better or working to survive. I know a lot of times, like for me, and I'm trying to get better at it, like it's all of the above. I'm working to create because I want to continually create. And, as I saw this interview with Taraji P. Henson, and she was talking about like as an actor, like how she was taking a lot of work because she was trying to like enhance what she calls her instrument. She was like, every person, a creative person has an instrument, and that's like what you're good at. And so for me, I think like a lot of times in situations, it was where I was trying to take like extra work so I can like strengthen my instrument as a director and as a storyteller and as a filmmaker. And like the more work you do, you get to experiment and do different things. But it was like exhausting me at certain points. And I found myself taking a lot of work and unfortunately working with a lot of people that was not right for me, you know? And by doing it, it was a double-edged sword to where I was able to strive and do better, but however, like I was overworking myself and underpaid. And so it was still like a survival of the fittest. Cause a lot of times you take on a lot of work in that manner, but you also a lot of creatives are like myself included work 9 to 5 jobs or other work to still be able to sustain. What you think about that, Ibu? What's your take and your your thoughts on that?
Like I was saying before, it's just tough for me to say no, to turn down money. You know, I love what I do, but man, I got my hips broke. I got to get it replaced, and I still try to push on. But you know, I do get tired every day. Sometimes I wish I could just take a week off, a day off,
That part.
a whole day off without editing. But the phones, it's not always ringing, but it's ringing enough. And then just dealing with clients is tough. Just man,
That's how it is. And like I tell people, like being a creative is a like 24-hour job. Like when you work a 9 to 5 job, you can leave and go home and like leave your work at work, and you go home, you just at home. A
yeah.
lot of
And
a lot of
a
them.
lot of clients don't realize that the photo shoot's over, but the time that the hour that you spent on the photo shoot, there's 3 hours of work in addition to that,
Right.
and that's for something simple. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a photo shoot, if you're doing like some type of video work, it could be a lot longer than that. It just depends on the process you have to like. Even like doing the movie, man, it's like 1 hour of shooting equals 10 hours of editing, scoring, just going back and changing little things, And you want to. We're both perfectionists, so we really want to get it right for ourselves and for the client.
That's so
So
true. I see where we have a Jeff.
shout
Shout
out to
out to
Jeff.
Jeff. Jeff said, "Preach." I'm out here stressing. It is. It's a stressful. Just like uh, just trying to find it and just like be able to maintain. And I think like for me as a creative, and I think like me and Yabu, we've talked about this behind the scenes. Like the ultimate goal is to be able to successfully get to a point where you can be a creative and sustain. Like bring in projects that like you find fulfillment in doing, but pay you enough to be financially stable and sustain.
Yeah, it's just tough. We just have to raise our prices, bro. Because honestly, I think Pensacola is spoiled because there's so many great creatives out here, and then the prices are just not like if you go to Atlanta or like a bigger city, man, they charge like three, four, $500 for a photo shoot, or $1,000 for a music video, and
That's
I
true.
mean, but I do understand it from the client's point of view. They're making a lot less money now, so I try to keep my prices low by getting a lot of clients. But it's just wearing me out, bro.
It
It's
is.
wearing me out.
And like, so I get that. And I feel like for us, like, and especially like being creative and working, right? Like, I feel like sometimes, like, this is what we do. And so we find ourselves a lot of times taking on, and I'm speaking like personally and like general public, right? As a creative, like a lot of people take on a lot of work on top of the work they have, like I was saying, just to be able to sustain or be able to like have the funds to passionately do what they want to. But I feel like, so I want to ask you this because you do a lot of photography, right? You're a photographer and you're a videographer, cinematographer, all of it, right?
Yes.
So, like, this is what you do for your job, right? That's the same with me, right? We're both in the
Yeah.
same boat. But with you doing a lot of it all the time, right? Does it tire you out to where you don't want to do it sometimes? Like it's not fun because you do it all the time?
I'm super appreciative that they book me. It's just sometimes clients will just send the same inspiration like every time. They'll send like I'll get like 5 in a row. They'll send me like the same photos and everything, and try to send me all these crazy Photoshop ones. But I just throw that over to like Casualty or Ronald Franklin because they're really good at that. Because I'm good at photography, but I think my bag is like the videography, cinematography. Because like with that, I can just do it in my sleep. Photography, I have to work a little bit harder at that with Photoshop and all those different tools that we use. But my wife gets tired. My wife gets tired that I'm out here all the time.
So,
Go ahead.
oh no, finish your statement.
No, I mean, but personally, I mean, I don't get tired. This is what I signed up for. I'd rather be tired and be overworked than not have any clients.
I get that for sure. Like I got excited when you said that. I was going in another direction, but I just want like to the camera and to the people watching, we are not complaining at all. We appreciate y'all and the work that y'all keep us employed and blessed. And this is no complaining to anything. It's just a conversation about passion versus paycheck, right? Because I tell you, like, you know how it is in the industry. Like you have waves where you're just running nonstop. You might have a whole bunch of photo shoots, a whole bunch of like video projects, films, whatever, right? And you're tired in the moment, but you're just pushing through, right? But then it's like those moments where it'd be like a valley. That's what I call them. And it just everything's kind of like dry, like a little dry season. I'd be losing my mind during those times. Like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Like, and it sometimes happens where like you're going so strong, so strong, so strong, and it just kind of like happens abruptly sometimes, where it's just like you're on such an adrenaline high from just going so hard that like when it stops, it's just like what am I supposed to do in my life right now?
Well, I know that's just like coming off like filming a movie. You're on set for like 10, 12 days, and then you get off a set. Then you're just like, man, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I know I have to edit
Yeah.
the movie and everything, but you're like, oh, you miss the camaraderie of being with everybody, being creative, working as a team to create a great project. But then it just goes away. So yeah. So like right now, like transitioning from grad season, prom season to the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's not as busy with photo shoots. But like weddings are coming up, and then I got these couple corporate projects coming as well. But yeah, grad season is definitely. What's up, Ronald Kirkland?
Hey, a great facts I felt. And my brother Van, shout out
Oh
to
my
him.
bro! Oh, what's up?
Him in the chat.
Dope artist,
Ronald
Ronald Kirkland.
Yeah.
Dope photographer, Jeff Benjamin over there on Sinners.
Hey, appreciate y'all tapping in. This is love. But and also if y'all want to join the conversation live with us, y'all feel free to click the link that's in the comment sections on both
I just posted it again.
on both YouTube and on Facebook. You all can click the link and join the conversation live with us and talk about it. If y'all have any comments, we love to have y'all on. But yeah, I mean, it is. But then on the flip side of that, Yabui, like jumping off, going very hard on like let's say like a movie. 'Cause that's what we're kind of talking about right now. Like going hard on the movie and filming, coming off of a video or a movie shoot, and then having to go straight into another one. It's like man, like you just kind of still running, and like for me doing that, I've done it a couple times. Like filming, it's like those 12-hour days and stuff. It gets a little hard sometimes, you know. You just get tired. Like I think like sometimes mentally we don't take into account our actual like bodies be tired. Like cause like in my head, I'm just like the Wile E. Coyote. I'm just out not Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner. I'm just out here just doing it, you know. But sometimes like that tiredness will just kind of like come out and like catch up with me like in my body. And I be having to take like breaks and my if I have any of my people listening to me, I have a circle, my circle. they get on to me, like how you mentioned your wife kind of, talking to you sometimes. Like I have people that be having to tell me to just kind of slow down at times. Uh, but it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard, bro. Sorry, I'm just trying to add this comment to the.
Oh yeah, and let's see, Ronald Kirkland. Sorry, say yes, so y'all gotta. Yeah, we love to have, love to be on, man. Man, I don't know if I met you, Ronald, in person, but bro, your buoy talks so highly of you and your work, man. And so, hey, man, shout out to you. And so, but yeah, coming back to the podcast, working hard is just it's hard work out here. I know, like I see Jeff is in the comment section, man. Jeff is just like, for me, he's my creative guy. We just be talking and stuff. It's hard out here, like just really, like I said, trying to be able to just be a self-fulfilled creator. I know, I think in past uh episodes I have mentioned where, like, when people, if I'm out and about, or if I'm on, like, I do some panels here and there. If people ask me about being a creative, like my thoughts on it and like what I love the most about it, I talk to you about it. Like I say, it is a curse sometimes. Like once you get that bug and to like really like dive and chase your passion to where you like leave your full time jobs or whatever you're is working on, it's like you can't escape it. It's just like, especially after you have that like taste of just being on set and just, I say being on set because I'm a filmmaker, but like whatever it is, having that like that moment, it's like now it's like an addiction, really. You just kind of constantly just fighting for it and trying to just like get it again and recreate the moments and just do as much as you can to, put your work out there. What you think, Yabui?
Yeah, when I first started, bro, man, I worked for free for a while. I'll just get my 10,000 hours in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that, can you speak on the 10,000 hours?
Yeah, man, I'll just put in
Cause
work, bro.
that's like for people kind of tapping in. That's what they kind of like say. So like, yeah, kind of like explain that a little bit, just
I
for the
started with the
general
Canon.
audience.
I started with a Canon T2i. Autofocus was terrible. I had to learn about everything. White balance. I said, man, I still got to work on that right now. But just lighting, just just working in different lighting situations, working with different people not showing up. But I put in so many hours, bro. I mean, how long I've been doing this? About 14 years.
Yeah,
14 years for
um,
music videos, photography. I always tell the new guys, man, boring pays the bills.
you said what
Boring,
does
boring
boring?
pays the bills.
Can you elaborate?
Like, I'm not saying they're boring, but like basic photo shoots, headshots. You're always gonna learn from every time you pick up the camera and you interact with someone because they always want it a certain way. So you'll learn how to change your angles up. Shoot with different uh, lenses. I always like to shoot long when I do photo shoots. Makes her face look prettier. So
Hmm.
don't be all up on the client trying to shoot with like a 28 millimeter. Like step back and then zoom in. Get shoot at like the 70 millimeter length instead of like a lot shorter than that. It makes her face more flattering, especially for girls.
Hmm.
So I mean, just put in work and work, bro. Just
I
it's
think,
tough.
yeah, and that's what, like, I was I agree, man. Like some, like I was saying, kind of like what kind of strengthening, yeah, going back to what the Taraji analogy of just like putting in work, like strengthening your instrument. And I think
And I think that this is not. And I'm sorry to cut you off.
yeah,
I think the biggest thing is just like solving problems. That's probably the biggest thing that you learn is solving problems.
that's true.
You come, oh, I forgot my SD card. Oh, my lens doesn't work. Like during a wedding, when in the middle of her
Boom
walking
in the
down the
shot.
aisle, the shutter on the camera broke. Like broke in the middle of like the wedding ceremony. So I had to like go get my other video camera, and I mean, like I always tell everybody, if you don't have two, you have none. Always have a backup camera. Always have backups of everything, because during those vital times when you can't recreate the moment, like weddings or events, certain events, always have two of everything. Because if you don't have two, you have none.
That's true.
Always.
Man, that story just kind of
No, bro.
in the wedding. That is crazy.
Bro, I was like, click, 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 and then the shutter just got stuck right in the, right in the middle, and it was just covering the lens. I was like, even the video wasn't working on it. I still have that. I mean, I gotta go.
Yeah,
it's under insurance, but I never got to fix. I'm lazy, bro. But yeah, after that, I went, bought another camera the next day, and I make sure I always have two cameras on me all the time. Backup microphones, backup SD cards, backup battery. There's always a backup to everything, because for the most part, I'm just working by myself, So
you know how I am.
yeah. So you just if you like, I bring a backup trigger, because you see this little plastic thing right here on these triggers.
Oh, yeah.
Always, they break so easily, bro. I always try to
the fitted.
Yeah,
the
thing
part
right
that
here.
fitted.
All right, this always breaks, bro. I bought 6 of these, so I always have to make sure I have one on my camera, or if you just knock it on something like right,
Yeah,
it'll break, bro. So I always have like one extra one, especially when if I'm doing a wedding or something, because you never know, because it's happened to me. So
yeah,
like one little tool. If you like on your tripod, if you're missing the plate. If you forget your plate, you can't put it on your tripod.
I know. Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I've had that
Bro.
moment before. The plate and the SD cards, man. Terrible.
Little things like that would just stop the whole motion, bro.
It will. It really is. Like every
Exactly, Rob Blue. 3 triggers. That's what's up. I need to get me a 3rd trigger. So I'm scared right now. I have only have one of these.
I'm talking about the for Flash.
When I do events.
Mm-hmm.
If this thing breaks, because this breaks so easy right here, you're done. Then you gotta, I always keep my strobes in my car just in case. But who wants to walk around an event with like a big ass C-stand? I mean, that's a good way to do it, but my hip broke, so I can't do that like I used to.
Oh yeah. But so still, I mean, even my hip ain't broken. Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, so if you don't have 2, you have none. You gotta have extra everything.
Hey, can we get some for that? Because I mean, that's a message. It's crazy, y'all. Like, just this conversation just brought back some memories, and not some great ones at time. But you live and you learn, and so like, no, seriously, what you were saying. Like, the more you do stuff, the more opportunities you have to just like learn, and just a lot of times learn from mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes, and you have to learn how to pivot. I think that would be the best word, and keep moving. And so, man, I've had some bad memory cards which have just messed me up in the past.
Yes. Sometimes they record, they'll be corrupted, or these big hard drives. Yeah, I have these big hard drives right here. They go out all the time.
Talking about, oh yeah.
My god.
Oh my god, that happened. I did not know about the hard drives, y'all, until my first drive. I had a hard drive and I put everything on it, and it went out. That thing broke me down. I went on like every website trying to figure out how I could like get everything back, because at that time I was deleting everything. I was just like putting it on the hard drive. I had put it all my trust in that thing.
Yeah.
I still got it. It still don't work though, but you live and you learn.
You can spend $3,000 and get it fixed, but
no, it's
bro. One time I lost a hard drive. You know how many refunds I had to give out? Weddings. Oh, they were so mad, bro.
What is this?
It had music videos on there.
This is horror.
No, because back then I used to put my hard drives in my camera bag, I used to carry them all with me because I didn't have a studio, so I would carry all my stuff with me, and then just going in and out with everything. Oh,
Man.
I have lots of horror stories, bro.
Um, so Rob said, shout out to Rob in the chat. Nah, I shot a wedding with an 8200 and a C stand in Houston. Hell on wheels. Man, I know that was.
Man,
You was just
Sure.
Rob, you was just towing that around the whole wedding? I got questions. If you still here, drop that comment. But I mean, even seeing the comments like that and us just talking, right? Like when you have so many and I'm just kind of like thinking back to like the overall topic of just being like working passion for paycheck, right? And like burnout, right? When you have so many like projects like that go back to back, it can be like it can be pressure, you know?
yeah, there's always a lot of pressure. But if you put in more time and more time and more time, and have backups to everything, I mean, it does get alleviated. I do get nervous sometimes. I get nervous every time just before starting an event. You just don't know. You have to like scope out the area. How are you gonna set up? Maybe you gotta use a tripod versus gimbal. If you're working by yourself, I always try to get help. At events because like I said, my hip is bad. So shout out to the people that always help me. Kaz, Chad, anybody that can, make sure the camera don't fall down.
Yeah, man.
Make sure it's running.
That part too, cause I was filming something. Sony just be cutting off. I love Sony's though, and I shoot strictly with Sony's. If you don't shoot with a Sony camera, what are you doing with your life? But sometimes Sony like they get overheated, and
Oh
just
yeah.
I learned that the hard way too, bro. Um,
That's why I kind of know when, like
yeah,
A7 IV. I have an A7 IV. That thing overheats all the time. But I did trade
mine,
in my A7R4 for A7R5. So I think that's what we're streaming on right now. The camera on me, that thing never overheats. But I never. That's why when I shoot events now, I shoot two, 3 cameras. Then I have a 360 camera as a backup just in case.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know if someone's gonna. Clients love to, or not clients, guests during a wedding love to step in front of your camera that you're not manning. You just have the back of someone for the whole ceremony or something. You know what I'm saying? So
The disrespect.
yeah, they have their iPhone getting video coverage.
But no, coming back to us talking, just bringing it back real quick. So like signs of burnout, right? So you do all this, you get tired, cause we out here trying to get it. Grind don't stop, right? But sometimes the grind does has to stop, right? Um, and so like I had wrote down some notes. It's like the burnout formula, right? Doing too much paid work with no personal fulfillment, which kind of like went hand in hand with Yabui was saying. With sometimes boring work is what gets you paid, but if you do it so much, you just kind of like you lose a creative spark, right? And I know that like firsthand. And then like doing too much personal work without financial support or always being on, right? No rest, no reset, no reward. So like I know for myself, right? Last year I did a lot of work. I AD, so I did a lot of like assistant directing work. Um, and it was just all like I mean I was working in like the field and doing stuff in the industry, and I was doing stuff I love, but it was like a lot of like I was on the other side of the creative realm with dealing more on like the logistics of everything. And I did multiple projects. I enjoyed being in the midst, but it was a lot of work that just did not I was not able to reach my creative spark, right? Which led me to taking a break And during that break, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do something creative to like. I need that creative spark, which led to me doing the Peppermint Lady. Shout out, shameless plug. Uh, the Peppermint Lady is
The ending was dope. You guys have to go to YouTube and watch the Peppermint Lady. Just YouTube Peppermint Lady, man. And we'll just binge watch the whole thing. Man, the
I,
end. You saw my reaction when I saw that, bro. I was like, whoa.
I appreciate that,
Yeah,
bro.
and the scoring, the sound design, everything was great, bro. Like the end, like, oh, I'm ready for season 2.
I appreciate that for sure. But no, so I wrote uh thank you. A 7-part miniseries called The Peppermint Lady. That was my like creative spark. Like I just had to like I had did a Born was paying the bills, but I needed something to just kind of like reignite just the creative spark in me. And so I wrote the 7-part miniseries, which is on YouTube called The Peppermint Lady. And it's like a horror suspense. And we were able to, I was able to get some people and we shot it out in 2 days. And it's a wild ride. But like sometimes as creatives, you have to just find passion projects or like find stuff that you actually can do that will excite you outside the work that you just the consistent work.
Exactly. I really want to do passion projects. It's just like you said, it's tough because it does take time and it does take money.
hmm
You know,
And then the thing too is just like passion projects are not only time and money, but it's like you're working consistently to like get a check to create, but also get a check to like survive, right?
yeah,
But like when you do passion projects, you have to like it's for free, majority of the times. And so it's like a sacrifice with no return. So it's like an investment with no return. Which sometimes it does have a return depending on how it's handled after the fact, but like it's no guarantee. It's just really for like the personal fulfillment.
yeah, exactly. It just I want to do so many more passion projects, but working on passion projects and I'm making money. That means I'm taking time away from my kids and my wife. And my wife, she
Yeah.
hates when I just, oh, you're not getting paid for this, you know?
And so like we've been kind of talking about it from a creative standpoint, but like even from personal, like
But I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, say
But passion projects, it helps you sharpen your tools. You know, you can try, you can experiment with different things. You're not under the constraints of clients, like they want it a certain way. Like you always want to do it your way. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, during like making movies like Southern Village, I mean, Enrico lets me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But just to create something from beginning to end, like you did with Peppermint Lady, I would love to do something like that. You know, so I'm working with my consultant ChatGPT, creating my project. So
Chatty.
I have my first episode written, and I don't even type. I do the audio ChatGPT.
Oh, were
So
you just talking in there?
yeah, you just talk. I'll show you.
All right.
I'm trying to interrupt
No, this
your
is good.
flow.
No, we just out here vibing. This is
But
great
like this one,
conversation.
this ChatGPT lady. Hey, what's up?
Hey there, not much, just hanging out and ready to chat. How's it going on your end?
I'm doing great. Can we go back to the script that was working on?
Sure, which script are you referring to? I know you have a few projects going on, so just let me know which
This
one
is
and we can
wild.
dive right.
Yeah, it's the one about the diary or the then we're talking about voiceover over the whole thing. Do you remember?
Oh, got it.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries at all. Yeah, I remember that one. It's the series about Marcus, the photographer who writes in his journal, and we were working on the voiceover that would narrate his thoughts. Let me know what part you want to jump back into, and we'll pick up from there.
Yeah, can you give me a brief synopsis of the script, please? I'm on a podcast right now, so don't let me down.
Absolutely. I've got you. So the script is about Marcus, an introverted African American photographer who deals with mental health challenges. Each episode is framed around him writing in his journal, with his voiceover narrating his inner thoughts and daily struggles, as well as his growth as he considers therapy and navigates challenges with his clients. It's a very introspective and heartfelt story.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow or while I drive home tonight. So just peace.
You're so welcome. I'm glad I could help out. Have a great rest of your podcast, and I'll catch up with you later.
All right. Thank you.
Take care and drive.
Bye.
Any.
I'm bad at that.
Bro, this is wild.
I'm bad at that.
What in the world?
Yeah.
You just had a whole, like, she is a whole conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'll be talking to. Yeah, bro. That'll help you. I need to do my own stuff.
No, this is great. This was I don't mean
That's my tech talk of the day.
That was a great, awesome tech talk. So if you're watching or listening, Yabui was just demonstrating the audio. What would you call it? Audio talk with
that's the audio version of ChatGPT 4.0.
Still, that is
40,
wild.
whatever.
No, that's amazing too. And that, hey, bro, you gotta shoot that out. That's some good work, man.
Yo, bro, drop the link to Peppermint Lady.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
All you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Peppermint Lady. It'll pop right up. It's under Force Studios. Force Studios, Peppermint Lady with Kalvo G.
Appreciate that. But bro, that I'm just still like that. Man, every time we get on here, Yabui, you just be like bringing in like new just AI technology, and so I feel old school with ChatGPT because I just be like typing my questions and stuff. You know, I haven't tapped into like the full capability of like what it has to offer. You know.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT helps me with Photoshop all the time.
So you just be like having so. I got a question too. You pick the voice.
I was gonna change it because I was gonna change it to an English voice. I like the way English talk. So
like a proper English.
Like
that was UK. English.
Yeah, that's regular. But yeah, or sometimes I'll change it to like an Indian voice. You know, feel like I'm talking to a telemarketer or something. Someone trying to ask me for my money to pay old bills from like 10 years ago.
Piss me off. Oh man, that is amazing though. Bro. So can you show us while I have you here or just talk us to so if before I go back to what we was talking about, because this is just kind of blew me away, bro. Can you show us what you did in ChatGPT to get there?
You have the app downloaded on your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just click the little button right there, bro. Can you see? Right there. The little... It's like 4 little lines or something.
Yeah, and you just talk to it.
You just go like this, and then you just click on it. Hey, it's me again. Oh, my internet's terrible. ChatGPT's been up and down the last couple of days. All the AI things have been kind of up and down.
It's like that sometimes.
Is it popping up for you? And you get the little globe thing?
Hold on, I'm finna look it up real quick.
Do you have the app?
Mm-hmm. I just upped my I got a subscription now.
Oh yeah, you should be able to get that.
Oh yeah, it popped up. Hello.
I think it's down right now.
Hello, chat.
Hey there.
Oh, you got a dude. Yeah, I changed it to a lady.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's everything going on your end today?
It's going well. So
ask him to create a bio for you right now.
Can you tell a bio to me? I'm on a podcast. Can you introduce me on my podcast?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd love to do that. Here's a little intro for you. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we have the incredibly talented Kalvo Griffin, a visionary director and storyteller whose work beautifully captures emotion and intention in every frame. Kalvo believes in the power of storytelling to connect and inspire, and we're so excited to dive into his journey and creative process today. Let's give a warm welcome to Kalvo Griffin.
That was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad it made you smile. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you or if you just want to chat.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great rest of your day.
What
See,
the?
man, you gotta embrace AI, bro. There are tools. If you're not getting on these tools, everybody else will. You'll fall behind.
That is
Just like
wild.
autofocus. You know, all the people. Oh, you're not a real filmmaker. You use autofocus. Whatever, bro. They use all the tools out there for you to make your job easier, make you more
that
efficient.
is wild. But no, I appreciate, man. I done got off topic, y'all, but we here, man. That is insane. That just kind of blew my mind. That is wild. But
there's no reason you should not be able to create something if you have the time and you want to do it. I mean, all the tools are right there, bro. Man, you can hit up Kalvo or myself. I mean, I have an open door policy. People know. They hit me up. People hit me up. I'll give you everything. I'm not a gatekeeper on information. Do you hit me up? I got you.
No, and I'm the same way too. Cause I'm glad you brought that up. Cause I had this conversation with someone the other day. Cause I had did the festival, Films for the Culture Film Fest for Culture Fest, right?
If you talked about me, I'll still give you some info, but y'all don't know. People be talking, and I know who talks about me, but I'll still give you the info and help you out just on G, because, I just want to help my karma, but,
I mean, that's as it should be,
So, but for the most part,
you don't feed a snake if the snake has already bit you.
Exactly.
Boom and shot.
Boom and
but
shot.
No, seriously, like if you all are on here and kind of just going back to what Yabui was saying, if y'all do have any questions or any comments about anything, do feel free to hit us up. I am always trying to help people. And with that being said, like we're all out here trying to create, we do what we can, and you could take the same formula and do it multiple ways and get different outcomes,
Exactly.
And so,
or you can give someone all the information, they don't do anything with it.
That's true.
I also give it to you, but you gotta pay these dues and put this work out on the streets.
Yeah, because we all out here trying to get it, It's enough work in the community for everyone to eat.
Definitely. There's so much work out there. It just, with me, man, I need to work on my marketing, because right now, everything's like word of mouth. I never like proactively.
You know what? But nothing's
it.
wrong with that. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad you brought this up. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it made me think of something, right?
Go ahead.
So like when your product is good, word of mouth is all you need, right?
But then they know the old price, bro. I need to market with the new price.
But
go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna tell my analogy, and you can just change the price though, right? Because I saw it in an article I read or somewhere about where they were just talking about how luxury brand items don't have commercials.
Or they never show the price. They just show
they never show the price. Or like, whether it be a car brand or whatever the brand is, it's just they never promote. It's no marketing for it. It's just word of mouth, right? Mm-hmm. So I think like even with services that we offer, like you can treat it as such, Yeah. But up that price game.
I know we all do. We all need to up it because.
And you know what? Another thing, because I'm terrible. I'm telling you to up your price, but my prices be.
I know. We already dealt with one person.
No, but seriously, I think for us, like like you got to treat a service like a product, right?
Yeah.
We give a lot of services, and we talking about now just being on the grind, just doing as much as we can to fulfill, right? So sometimes, like, when we do that, we as creatives can sometimes do it. I'm gonna just talk from like a general standpoint. We can sometimes lowball ourselves, right? Because we're not really working. We're working to build up enough to sustain, right?
Yep.
However, I feel like once you, and like you said, not only sustain but put in the 10,000 hours. You want to put in the work. Make sure you get like enough to just kind of like have that reputation, right? But it can sometimes be hard to increase a price after you've kind of like established yourself. And I was saying, kind of like going back to what I was saying, uh, we got to try to treat our services like a product, right? So when I think about like a product, when the economy changes, products and price go up, right? However, like a lot of times services stay the same. And so I think as creatives overall, like you have to adapt to society. Everything in society unfortunately is going up except for minimum wage. Uh but because of everything going up, including products that we have to buy to be able to sustain the work that we do, including like outside of that, like our monthly rent bills and everything else is going up. Like we have to just get better in the habit of like increasing as everything else is increasing.
Exactly. That's why I don't say no, bro, because you just don't know when it's gonna stop. I mean, it hasn't stopped. I mean, I'm really appreciative. God has really put me in a great
Yes.
position to have clients, but I really need to get a business mentor and just work on my marketing so I can get more corporate clients. Because if I get that, then I can spend more time with my family. Because right now it's just, I'm not saying what I charge is peanuts, but I have to go from one to the other. I would like to just do a few clients and that'll sustain me for the whole month than doing a million clients and just be not burnt out, just tired. And
I think being burnt out is tired.
yeah,
Right. What is burnt out? Let's look it up real quick. Okay, signs of burnout: lack of motivation, creative blocks, feeling resentful of your own projects or bored, constant fatigue, physically and emotionally, right? Um, and so some coping strategies, right, to being burnt out is schedule creative time like you would a meeting, non-negotiable, and also creative time can be personal time. So like schedule personal time to just have downtime with yourself and your thoughts. Learn to say no to gigs that will drain you. We ain't doing that. Collaborate on small projects just for fun and take real breaks. No editing, no prepping, just breathe, right? Which we mentioned earlier in the conversation. For us, it's hard to do at times, like
yeah, because I'm always on YouTube, bro. I'm always seeing what the latest updates are, the latest gear, different techniques for lighting, or even old techniques that I've never used. Like, man, this thing is filmmaking has been around forever, but we don't know all of that. Every day, I'm always learning, just like doing the different lighting effects or making things more dramatic, or even today we'll have some anamorphic lenses we were testing out, which are dope.
oh yeah, I love a good
Yeah.
anamorphic.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, they're so cinematic. Oh lord, the straight everything just looks so creamy with the bokeh and the lighting and the contrast and the character of the lenses. Yes, the anamorphic. Yeah, that's the next level to step it up with. So I think we're gonna work on some shorts or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're both busy all the time. And
Hey, shout out to Willow.
yeah, shout out to Willow, the mayor. Shout out to Happy Hour. They just had a happy hour record for the most people at happy hour
Oh,
this
shout
past
out.
Friday. Man, that thing was lit.
It was blowed out there. It was such a
Man,
good time.
69 Boys.
Hey,
Man,
they put on.
they put on a great show, bro. Man, you know, they rap without assisted vocals. Rappers, you need to stop rapping over your own music. Rap over your instrumental. They were dancing. They had
They had the dance,
choreo
yeah.
back and forth. They got the crowd involved. They're moving the crowd. That's how you like do a show, bro.
They have
When
to.
the whole crowd can just go wild. And your hit was back in 1996. You still running things. Man, shout out to
We played. I mean, it's a classic, and the people showed out. The people came out. It was a good time. I was out there, you know, in the crowd. Just, man, I love us.
Were you swagging surfing with it? Swag.
You know, I gotta do my little.
Huh?
Yeah.
Was you tootsie rolling out there?
Hey, in the corner, ducked off.
Butterfly.
It was a good time. It was a good time. And speaking of time, we're gonna wind down our time tonight. We thank everybody. I'm gonna put the comment. I'm gonna drop in the comment section the link for the peppermint lady. So y'all definitely check that out. I'm excited about it. Also, I don't know. I don't have anything going on this weekend or anything to look forward to. But y'all happy hour, we was talking about it. It goes down again tomorrow night. If you're in Pensacola, come on down to Museum Plaza. Free event. It's a great time. But as we come to conclusion for tonight's show, we have our final thoughts.
I already said my final thought earlier.
What was it?
If you don't have two, you have none. Always have a backup plan. Have a plan B. Unless it comes to your wife, she's always planning anything. Never a plan B. Right? I know she's probably not watching, but
No,
love you, baby.
that's hilarious, bro. All right, so my final thought for tonight. Ooh, I wonder if ChatGPT can read my final thought.
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to working together. Let's figure out where to start. What's on your mind?
All right. I'm gonna let it read it on my behalf. This is insane. All right.
I'm gonna do mine too like that. I'm gonna be
Hey,
copycat.
can you? Hey,
It sounds like. Hey there, what can I help you with today? Feel free to let me know what you need, and I'm. No worries at all. If there's anything you need or have any questions, just let me know. I'm here
yeah.
whenever you're ready.
Can you read my final thought for tonight's podcast?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help. Just let me know what your final thought is or share with me, and I'll read it out for you.
It's in my notes.
Got it. If you like, you can read it out to me or type it here, and I'll be.
Here, I'm gonna do my final thought real quick.
All right.
You there? She's sleeping.
Yeah,
Hey, can you give me a final thought about 2 sentences? Do some cinematic metaphors, make it inspirational. Then after you come up with that, go ahead and read that for my podcast, please.
absolutely. All right, here we go. In the grand cinematic journey of life, every frame holds a story of resilience and hope. Remember, you are the director of your own destiny, so keep those cameras rolling and let your light shine. Hope that's inspiring for your audience.
Thank you very much.
So, I guess I need to follow the prompt, right?
Yeah, I think it has to be in the same.
Hello? So I'm doing a podcast live called the Shot Callers Podcast. And tonight we are discussing passion versus paycheck and navigating the burnout. And so I have decided to include you on tonight's podcast with me. Each episode, we end the podcast with a final thought just to our audience members, just giving them some words of encouragement or just something very poetic. And I would love if you could deliver tonight's final thought in a very dramatic way.
Absolutely. I'd be honored to help with that. For tonight's final thought on passion versus paycheck and navigating burnout, here's something that might resonate with your audience. In the journey of pursuing what we love, there will always be moments when the fire of passion dims under the weight of the everyday grind. But remember, it's in these moments of challenge that we find our true resilience. Let your passion be the compass that guides you, and trust that every step you take, even through burnout, is leading you closer to the dreams you hold dear. Keep going and let the love for your craft light the way. Feel free to adjust it or add your own personal touch. Let me know if you like any changes.
Thank you.
You're so
All right. And that was the final thought brought to you by Chatty. All right. Again, thank you all for tuning in with us tonight on tonight's episode of the Shot Callers Podcast, where we call the shots and talk about the shots along the way and everything film related and more. We appreciate you all. We had a great turnout. Shout out to Maverick also in the chat. And Richard Johnson. Good to see you, Richard. We thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. We ask if you want to do a replay, or if you're listening to us on the go, check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts under the Shot Callers Podcast. In your free time this week, be sure to go to YouTube, type in The Peppermint Lady, and watch the mini-series The Peppermint Lady, brought to you by myself, which is also on behalf of the Shot Callers Podcast. And we will be talking about it in detail on next week. I'm your boy, Kalvo G, along with my guy.
Yo, it's Yabui holding the camera, doing a little handheld, little rap focus. Crash zoom. Hey. Yeah, I
Yes.
gotta fix this lens. It's broke, bro.
Uh-oh.
The little. Okay.
And this is the Shot Callers Podcast.